And so if they took hold of our girls, we needed, from the very beginning, to go after them, to get back our daughters. The dignity of the lives of those girls matters so much. Frankly speaking, all of what we're discussing today would not have been necessary if at the very moment we heard that our daughters had been taken. All of these, you know, when I hear this conversation that brings politics and politics, I'm thinking to myself, what has this your politics delivered? Since we've been doing the politics in this nation, why should it then be that the conversation about Chibok girls is being wound up both by the people in government and the people wanting to get into government on the basis of politics? Girls have become pawns. I am sorry. I am not here to have a political conversation. I am here to talk about the fact that children who are on the fringes of society, these are marginal citizens by virtue of their economic status and social status. They completely deserve to have been given absolute attention, which we did not give to them.
Okay, let me ask Councillor Tokan then. Is there any way that at least the party that you're a member of, which is the PDP, is there any way they can set the standard and say that actually no matter what APC, any other political party does, this is not a political issue? Is there any way that they can refrain from deeming it as a political issue?
Well, you know, I think you should first make reference to what the previous speaker said, that she's not here for a political discussion. So maybe you factor that into the kind of
well, on this show we dictate what our questions will be, irrespective of what any individual says, but we know what Nigerians would like, because I actually have a number of questions on the timeline that points to political issues. So let's address what is an issue for a number of Nigerians who are watching us this morning.
Well, you know, what I said earlier was that right from the beginning, right, the crisis itself was politicized. You have a military or an army that says that they've rescued many of the girls. Now, it turned out that that was not correct. Now, before that statement was made, there will always be a line of communication through which that was passed across, right? So, somewhere along the way, if a line of communication...
I do beg your pardon. Please hold that thought. We seem to have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Samson, please go ahead and make your point quickly.
What I want to say, the man, the spokesman of the president, the former spokesman of the president, is actually not on his nail. Most of the time you discover that instead of them to go straight to the point, they will politicize the whole issue. That is what I see the man is doing over there. He's politicizing the whole issue. Then the man of God over there, man of God, please, that to come out and say what is actually happening. We cannot keep pampering issue. This thing it has gone out. I want to give a quick indication. Please, it is time we need to stand. Some people have actually shed their blood for this country, and some people are still sitting out there, all in the name of power, all in the name of politics. I'm telling you right now that the money, $9.3 million and that $5.7 million is actually the money that they are using to trade girls. If you are not aware, I'm telling you right now, it's a conviction I got when I pledged against this thing. Now that money that they are talking about, the $9.3 million and that 5.7 is actually that they are using, that they don't use to actually secure the release. Presidency cannot say he doesn't know about these girls they are worried about. He knows. All the people in cabinet, they know. How will you say in your own country, when we say we have the best soldiers, you are telling us that you don't know where these girls are? Right from the first day this thing happened. I want to thank the meticulous nature of the former minister. We have people who can still stand up to fight for this nation. But it is so painful and so annoying and so disgusting that the president sometimes will come out and say some things, and you'll be asking yourself, is this our leader? Is this the person we have set to be the
Thank you,
chairman
Samson.
of this
Thank
country.
you, Samson.
It's very funny. It's very funny.
Point taken.
I see the people will sit down. They will toast. They will toast.
Okay, thank you very much, Samson. Now, back to your response. If you want to quickly respond to what Samson has just said.
Honestly, I cannot make head or tail of what he has said. And he mentioned something. I thought we were discussing the Chibwa. He was bringing in the $9.3 million something. I don't get the connection there. But you see, this is what that is Nigeria for you. That, and he started by, I reminded you of the question that you asked about being political. Now, it was me that was blaming for introducing politics into it. But that is okay. The problem that we have is that we tend to, there's a lot of posturing in Nigeria without good faith, right? I don't think that, I don't assume the worst of those in authority, right? Whatever position I take, I start with myself. I honestly don't see how it's possible, how anybody can imagine that any government will be interested. No, I don't want to go to that ridiculous extent of saying that they know where the hostages are being kept, or that no. Don't forget that
the government had said they
came out
know.
and said so categorically.
We know where they are. They said.
The military said so.
Yes.
But
and they represent the government.
Wait. And they said that the option, if you know where they're kept, the option of going to liberate them forcefully will be counterproductive. Right. Now, at the beginning of this crisis, Professor Wole Soyinka mentioned a very critical point. And that the girls who are taken, the dimension the insurgency crisis are taking was beyond the capacity of Nigeria to handle. And on the basis of that, invited the commitment and help from other. I think increasingly we got to that stage. Of course, you saw how the president of France, in a concert with West African presidents, I think. The point to note is that, first, the military has limitations. Whether it can then is that limitation the creation, or I don't understand the way it's been. We criticize the military, okay, but lacking in capacity. If somebody is lacking in capacity, what do? We ask for help, request for help to put right what we think it is wrong. And I think that is, nobody prepares for terrorism anyway. No government prepares for it. It is not a conventional warfare. It is not a war that is fought between two armies who understand the rules of engagement. It's terrorism. If a terrorist wants to attack you, he will not tell you, I'll be coming to attack you in Sabo tomorrow. He chooses his own place, chooses vulnerable targets. A man goes into a school, some people went into a school, slaughtered children there. Now, that gives whoever confronted with the conventional army, that army has severe limitations in dealing with those kind of situations. But you see, I would not presume that any Nigerian doesn't have the good faith about what is happening, and that is to secure the release of the girls. When I say any Nigerian, of course, starts from the president downwards. Maybe that is where I differ from people, right? You can maybe think that you have their interest more than myself. That is your own. It's possible you can take that position.
Very, very quickly then, so that we can move on swiftly. You as a person, because you personalized it now, you as an individual, is there any possibility that you can look at this issue and say, this is not about APC, it's not about PDP, it's about children who are not members of any political parties because they are minors?
But that's what I'm saying. No, that's why I'm saying that as Nigerian, I'm referring to myself as a Nigerian, right? You said, I'm saying that I assume that every Nigerian has good faith.
So
that is
when people begin to allude to the fact that it is